Finally, God is exposing your daughter. Your daughter is. You can't believe. Angel says this message is not for everyone. It is for you, only you, and heaven has been shouting it in silence around you. Archangel Michael has come down with his sword of fire and says the biggest truth reveal is unfolding right now. He says, do not ignore this, do not delay, and above all, do not tell anyone else until you have received this in your spirit, because this is not an ordinary message. This is the unveiling of what has been hidden from you for too long. Finally, God is exposing your daughter. The words are heavy. The revelation is not what you thought it would be. Your heart may shake as you read. You may not believe it at first, because your daughter has been the one you trusted, the one you defended, the one you thought you knew more than anyone. And yet God says, your daughter is not who she pretended to be. Your daughter is carrying a truth that is bigger, deeper, and darker than you imagined. And God says, you can't believe this, but you must open your spirit immediately, because what is being uncovered cannot wait another moment. Archangel Michael's voice is trembling as he delivers this. He says, I have seen the battles over your daughter's soul. I have fought the demons that tried to take her life. I have watched the tears you never saw, the words you never heard, the secrets she never spoke. And now the hour of exposure has come, because heaven will not allow you to remain blind. This is why the urgency is so sharp, why the message is so fierce. Your daughter has been walking with a mask. She has been carrying a hidden struggle. She has been entangled in something you cannot see with your natural eyes. God says, your daughter is entangled in lies spoken over her. In chains wrapped around her spirit, in choices made in shadows that you would never suspect. And yet, because you prayed, because you wept, because you asked heaven to intervene, the veil is being ripped away. The truth will not remain hidden any longer. This truth is not revealed to hurt you, but to heal her. It is not to destroy your bond, but to rescue it. It is not to shame her, but to pull her out of what she is drowning in. You thought your daughter was safe. You thought she was walking without harm. But behind closed doors she has been fighting battles you didn't know. God says, your daughter is caught between light and darkness. She is smiling on the outside, but weeping in silence on the inside. She has been carrying guilt too heavy for her heart. She has been hiding choices that frighten her. She has been keeping things from you not because she does not love you, but because she feared you would see her differently. And God says, you cannot believe this, but your daughter has been in more danger than you realized. That is why heaven stepped in. That is why Archangel Michael could not wait another day. That is why this message is in front of you now, because it is not just information. It is rescue. Your daughter is being exposed not because God hates her, but because God loves her too much to let her perish in silence. You have wondered why she has been distant. Why her eyes sometimes seem lost. Why her energy shifts like the wind. It is because of what she has been carrying. You thought it was just stress. You thought it was just her mood. But no, God says it was a mask hiding the truth. She has been walking with people you don't know, doing things you wouldn't imagine, carrying a secret that would break your heart if you saw it all at once. That is why God is giving this to you piece by piece, so you are not destroyed, but strengthened. So you are not shattered, but prepared. Because the truth is heavy. The truth is deep. And the truth is coming whether you are ready or not. Archangel Michael says, listen carefully. Your daughter has been spoken against in the spirit. There were people who targeted her. There was jealousy against her destiny. Words were sent to bind her. Choices were manipulated by others. And now you must understand that part of what she has been hiding is not her fault. She was influenced. She was pressured. She was pulled into webs she didn't see until it was too late. But God says she will not stay there. Because I am exposing it, I am lifting it, I am tearing apart what was meant to suffocate her future. This is why you must stay calm, why you must stay anchored in prayer, why you must not panic when you start seeing the truth unfold before your eyes. Because yes, you will see it. You will witness her slip. You will hear words come out of her mouth you never thought she'd speak. You will notice behaviors you never noticed before. Do not ignore them. Do not excuse them. Do not cover them. That was the old season. The new season is exposure, and in exposure comes healing. God says your daughter has been living a double life in certain areas. She wanted to protect you from disappointment. She wanted to appear strong. But the reality is she has been carrying weakness, and shame has kept her silent. There are relationships she has not told you about. There are struggles she has been hiding. There are moments of darkness that she wished she could erase. She doesn't tell you because she doesn't want to break your heart. But her silence is what is breaking her. And heaven says, enough. The silence ends now. The secrets cannot remain. The enemy cannot hold her in this cage any longer. The time has come for freedom. And freedom only comes through truth. Do not fear this message. Do not fear what is being revealed. God says, yes, you will cry. Yes, you will feel pain. Yes, you will wrestle with disbelief. But after the storm, there will be peace. After the tears, there will be healing. After the exposure, there will be restoration. Because I am not exposing her to punish her. I am exposing her to save her. You asked me to protect your family. You asked me to keep her safe. You asked me to cover her destiny. And now I am answering, not in the way you expected, not with comfort, but with truth. Because truth is the only thing that will break the chain she is in. And once the truth is out, healing can begin. Archangel Michael says he has stood by her bed at night, watching the war for her soul. He has fought battles over her mind. He has intercepted accidents meant to take her life. He has cut down demons whispering shame into her ears. You didn't know this because you didn't see it, but she has been close to the edge. She has thought of things that would horrify you. She has questioned her worth. She has doubted her place. She has carried despair quietly. But your prayers, your faith, your love, and heaven's assignment over her life have kept her alive. She is still here because God refused to let her go. She is still here because the angels guarded her path. She is still here because there is a destiny on her name that no demon can cancel. And now that destiny is pushing through. That's why the secrets are being exposed. That's why the mask is cracking. That's why you're being told this today. Finally, God is exposing your daughter's truth. And you must open it immediately. Not tomorrow. Not later. Now, because the moment you open your eyes to what is happening, you will begin to see the signs everywhere. You will see the words behind her eyes. You will see the heaviness she's carrying. You will notice the people influencing her. You will understand the spiritual battles she's facing. And with that awareness, you will know how to cover her. You will know how to pray for her. You will know how to guide her. Without the truth, you would be blind. With the truth, you will be armed. And God says, I am arming you right now. Because the greatest battle over your family is not in the natural. It is in the spiritual. And you are about to win it. This message will stay with you. You may try to forget it. You may try to push it aside. But it will echo in your heart. Every time you look at her, you will hear these words. Every time she speaks, you will remember. That is heaven reminding you, don't ignore this. Don't dismiss it. Don't pretend it's not real. Because the only way she will be free is if you confront the truth with love and with strength. You are her anchor. You are her intercessor. You are her covering. And now God has entrusted you with this knowledge because He knows you can handle it. He knows you will not turn away from her. He knows you will not condemn her. He knows you will fight for her. And that is exactly what she needs right now. Finally, God says, your daughter is chosen too. She carries light. She carries a destiny as powerful as yours. But the enemy attacked her because of that. The battle over her is not proof of her weakness. It is proof of her importance. That is why she has been fought so hard. That is why she has struggled. Because there is something in her the enemy fears. And now it is time for that something to be released. But before it can be released, the false must be stripped away. That is what is happening now. That is what exposure means. It means truth revealed. Lies destroyed. Chains broken. It means your daughter walking free into the person she was always meant to be. And it begins with this message. This is the turning point. This is the moment. Do not ignore it. Open it fully. Because your daughter's destiny depends on it. God says this message has been waiting to reach you. This is not ordinary. This is not just another word passed along. This is divine timing colliding with your moment of truth. Archangel Michael says we need to deliver this now because the biggest truth reveal is here and you cannot afford to ignore it. Heaven has waited long enough. The angels have fought long enough. Your spirit has cried long enough. And today the silence breaks. Today, finally, God is exposing your daughter. And the words you are about to read will shake you because you can't believe what heaven is saying. Yet the Lord declares this, do not fear. Do not panic. Do not let your mind run wild. I will be with you. I will strengthen you. I will cover you in peace. You are safe in my hand. But I cannot let this truth remain hidden anymore. You have sensed something. You have felt the uneasiness. You have known deep inside that something was being concealed. You prayed for clarity. You begged for light to be shown. You whispered in the night, "Lord, just tell me what's really going on." And now God says, I am answering you. I am not answering in pieces. I am not answering in riddles. I am answering with full exposure. You may tremble when you hear it, but this message is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to free you. It is meant to open your eyes. It is meant to protect you before things go too far. This is why Archangel Michael is standing guard as this is revealed. He has been ordered by heaven to protect you, to shield you from the enemy's deception, to help you see beyond the mask. Finally, God is exposing your daughter. This is not about shaming her. This is not about cursing her. This is about truth. Because lies have surrounded her. Influences have wrapped themselves around her. Darkness has tried to touch her, and she has hidden things from you. She has carried secrets she thought you would never find out. She has smiled in front of you, but cried in places you cannot see. She has acted strong, but inside she has been drowning. You can't believe it, but she is fighting battles you never imagined. And the enemy has tried to convince her to stay silent, to never open her heart, to hide until it destroys her. But God says no more. The time for secrets is finished. The time for pretending is over. The truth must come out now, because if it doesn't, the enemy will gain ground he should never have. Archangel Michael says the truth will sting, but it will save. Because truth is a sword that cuts away lies. And right now, the sword of heaven is piercing through the veil. Your daughter is not who you think she is in the sense that she has been hiding her truest struggles from you. She has been pretending to be fine when she is not. She has been covering her tracks. She has been living with guilt she doesn't know how to release. And the truth is she has been influenced by people who do not love her. They pretended to be friends. They pretended to support her. But they were pulling her into shadows, whispering into her ears, leading her to choices that were not part of her destiny. She didn't tell you because she was afraid you would not understand. But God saw it all. Every meeting. Every conversation. Every tear. Every compromise. And now the Lord says, enough. I will not allow darkness to bury her. I will not let the lies suffocate her. I am exposing this so she can be saved and so you can know how to stand in prayer and in power. You asked heaven to protect your family. You begged God to cover your children. He has heard you. That is why this message is here. You may feel shocked. You may even feel betrayed. But understand this, exposure is protection. When God reveals something, it is not to shame. It is to heal. It is to redirect. It is to restore what the enemy thought he stole. Your daughter is loved. Your daughter is chosen. Your daughter is marked for something far greater than this. But she has been caught between two worlds. Light and darkness have been pulling at her. She has smiled at you while hiding the war inside her heart. And God says, it cannot remain hidden anymore. Your daughter is not the enemy. Do not see her as the one against you. See her as the one the enemy tried to attack. He targeted her because he saw your light. He targeted her because of the generational blessing she carries. He targeted her because he knew she would break patterns that existed in your family line. She is more powerful than she knows, and that is why he tried to keep her bound. But God has stepped in. Archangel Michael has drawn his sword, and the plans against her are crumbling. The truth is this: your daughter has walked into things you would never have allowed. She has spoken with people who were never meant to influence her. She has listened to voices that have planted seeds of confusion. She has doubted herself. She has doubted her worth. She has even questioned if she belonged in the light. And the enemy whispered to her, "Hide it. Don't let them see." But God says, "I see. I know. I have always known. And I love her too much to let this remain buried. You will see signs. In the next days, she will speak. She will slip. She will reveal pieces she didn't mean to say. Pay attention. Do not react with anger. React with prayer. React with compassion. Because this is her cry for help. This is heaven's way of breaking her silence. Do not fear what you hear. Do not let it shatter your faith. Instead, let it ignite you. Let it push you deeper into prayer. Let it remind you that you are chosen to intercede for her. God says, "I trusted you with her life. I gave her to you for a reason. You are her covering. You are her anchor. And now I am telling you the truth so you can fight for her in the spirit." Your daughter is fighting shame. Your daughter is carrying guilt. Your daughter has been tricked into believing she has to hide. But God is not condemning her. God is rescuing her. God is pulling her back. God is saying, "She is still mine. She still belongs to me. No matter what she has done. No matter what she has hidden. No matter what you find out. She is still chosen. She is still anointed. She still carries destiny. The enemy may have touched her, but he cannot keep her. She is coming out of this. But she needs you to see the truth. She needs you to stop pretending everything is perfect. She needs you to stand in faith for her. The Lord says, you may cry when you hear the full truth. You may feel broken. You may wonder why she didn't trust you. But understand this. She was under spiritual attack. This was not her alone. This was orchestrated against her. The woman who pretended to guide her was no friend at all. Finally, God is exposing this woman too. The one who whispered in your daughter's ear. The one who tried to replace your influence. The one who smiled in your face but plotted behind your back. She was a deceiver. She wanted to tear down the bond between you and your child. She wanted to isolate her. But God has pulled the mask off. And soon everything will be clear. Do not panic. Do not despair. This exposure is painful but holy. You cannot heal what you will not reveal. And God has chosen this moment for the revealing. Archangel Michael stands ready to guard your daughter through this process. She will not be lost. She will not be destroyed. She will rise. And you will see her transformation. The truth will sting at first, but joy will follow. Tears may fall, but healing will come. This is not the end of her story. This is the beginning of her breakthrough. God says, "Trust me. I am working in her heart even now. I am softening what was hardened. I am loosening what was bound. I am restoring what was stolen. The lies are ending. The masks are falling. The deception is crumbling. And your daughter will be free." Finally, God is exposing your daughter not to shame her, but to save her. Not to break you, but to strengthen you. Not to end your hope, but to show you the miracle I am about to perform. Watch carefully. Pray deeply. Stand firmly. This is your moment of truth. This is your moment of deliverance. And when the dust settles, you will both rise stronger than ever. This is why the angel said, "Don't ignore this, don't tell anyone, this is for you." Heaven has trusted you with this revelation because you are strong enough to carry it. You are wise enough to pray. You are faithful enough to see it through. And you are covered enough to handle the weight of it. You are not alone. I, the Lord your God, am with you. Michael is with you. The angels are surrounding your daughter. And nothing will stop the deliverance that is already in motion. Your daughter is loved. Your daughter is chosen. Your daughter is safe in my hand. Believe this, even as the truth unfolds. You can't believe what I'm saying now, but soon you will see it with your own eyes. And when you do, remember, this is not the end. This is the exposure before the restoration. This is the truth before the miracle. This is the pain before the healing. And when it is done, you will give glory to me, says the Lord, because I will have saved what the enemy tried to destroy. God says, listen carefully now, because this is not something you can treat as ordinary. This is not a word that passes by like a whisper in the wind. This is a word designed for you and for this exact moment in your life. Archangel Michael stands here with the urgency of heaven burning in his voice, and he says, do not ignore this. Do not share this with others. For this is holy and private and directed only to you. You have been crying out for answers. You have been asking God to show you the truth, and heaven has heard your prayer. The time for hiding has come to an end. The time for secrecy has been broken, and what was concealed is being brought into the light. Finally, God is exposing your daughter, not in cruelty, not in punishment, but in truth, because you deserve to know, because your heart has longed to understand, because the veil has been lifted and now what is real cannot be denied. You must brace yourself, for the truth often shakes us before it settles us. You must know that God is not exposing your daughter to harm her, but to free both her and you from the chains of deception and confusion. You must understand that this revelation comes as a gift, even if it first feels heavy. Your daughter is part of you, flesh of your flesh, bone of your bone, and yet she carries her own hidden story that you have only sensed in fragments. How many nights have you laid awake feeling something wasn't as it seemed? How many times did your spirit whisper that something about her actions, her words, her silences, didn't align with what was being presented? God says you were right to feel that way, because I placed the discernment within you. I planted that intuition in your heart, and now I bring it forward with clarity. Archangel Michael says your daughter is walking in two worlds, one that she shows to you, and another that she hides deeply within. You can't believe it because you never wanted to believe it, because your love for her blinded you from what was concealed, because a parent's heart often refuses to accept the possibility that their child could carry a shadow they've never spoken of. But today, Michael says, no more shadows, no more silence. Your daughter is carrying a secret so weighty that it has been pressing against her spirit, suffocating her joy, draining her strength. She has not told you because she feared your disappointment, she feared your reaction, she feared that if you knew, you would turn away from her. But God says you will not turn away, you will not abandon her, because I, the Lord, have placed within you a love that is stronger than shame, a love that endures the shock of revelation, a love that heals what truth uncovers. You must prepare yourself. You must not meet this revelation with anger, but with prayer. You must not let fear guide you, but let love lead you. Because your daughter is not lost, she is not destroyed, she is not forsaken. She is being exposed so she can be redeemed, she is being revealed so she can be restored. This is not her downfall, this is the beginning of her healing. You cannot believe what is about to come to light, because it is something you never imagined would be connected to her. But heaven says, take courage, because the truth does not arrive to shatter your family, but to save it. God says your daughter has been living with burdens too heavy for her shoulders. She has been making choices behind closed doors, choices that do not align with the destiny I wrote for her. She has been listening to voices that are not mine, voices that lured her with promises of escape, of excitement, of belonging. She has entertained influences that sought to steer her off course, and while she tried to keep these hidden from you, I have seen them all. Nothing escapes my sight. She cannot hide from me, and now she cannot hide from you, because this is the season of truth. I am exposing her so that darkness cannot have the final word over her life. Archangel Michael says she is crying on the inside even while she smiles on the outside. She is struggling with an identity she hasn't fully shared. She is wrestling with relationships she kept in secret. She is covering wounds that she doesn't want anyone to see. And yes, it will shock you, it will shake you, because what you thought you knew about her is only part of her story. But Michael says fear not, because you are her anchor, and your love will be the bridge that brings her out of hiding. She is your daughter, and she has been marked by heaven for purpose, not for destruction. The enemy tried to entangle her, tried to drag her into confusion, tried to bury her voice, but the enemy has failed, because God has stepped in with this revelation. Your daughter is standing at a crossroads. On one side is the path of secrecy and destruction, and on the other side is the path of light and freedom. God says, through this truth, you will be able to guide her, to call her out, to pray over her, to cover her in intercession, and to lead her back to me. Do not think she is too far gone. Do not think she has slipped beyond redemption. Nothing is impossible with me. Nothing is too heavy for my grace. Nothing is too late for my timing. This reveal is not punishment, it is protection. I am stopping her before she walks deeper into the pit. I am pulling her back before the chains tighten. I am calling you to stand in your authority as her parent, to lift your voice in prayer, to lay your hands on her, to remind her who she is and who she is. You must remember, she is not the enemy. The enemy is the enemy. She is not your battle. She is your blessing. She is not your curse. She is your calling. Do not fight her. Fight for her. Do not condemn her. Cover her. Do not turn your face away. Look into her eyes and see the child you carried, the soul I entrusted to you, the purpose I planted inside her before the whole life. She is not an outsider before she was even born. She is worth every prayer, every tear, every intercession. She is not too far from me. My arm is not too short to save. My love is not too weak to restore. My mercy is not too shallow to cover. My prayer is mine, and I will not let her go. The truth is going to hurt at first, but then it will heal. It will feel like the ground is shaking beneath your feet, but then you will realize it is only the false foundation breaking apart so that the true one can be built. You will cry, but your tears will water the soil of her healing. You will ache, but your pain will be the fire that refines your prayers into weapons of breakthrough. The shock will pass, but the love will remain. And when you stand on the other side of this revelation, you will thank me, because you will see that exposure was necessary for freedom. Archangel Michael says to guard this revelation closely. Do not rush to tell others. Do not let gossipers know. Do not allow the enemy to turn this into a weapon of shame. This is private. This is holy. This is between you, your daughter, and your God. Keep it sacred. Keep it safe. Speak carefully. Act prayerfully. Do not let the enemy twist your tongue into accusation. Instead, let your words become healing oil. Let your tone carry compassion even in correction. Let your posture be one of love even when you must set boundaries. Heaven will guide your every step. Heaven will give you the words when you have none. Heaven will strengthen you when you feel weak. And God says, do not fear, for I will be with you through every part of this. You will not walk this journey alone. I will give you wisdom beyond your years. I will give you patience beyond your nature. I will give you endurance beyond your strength. I will comfort you when your heart feels heavy. I will whisper to you when you don't know what to do next. I will open your eyes to see what is hidden. I will open your ears to hear what is unsaid. I will open your heart to love even when it feels impossible. And you will come through this, and your daughter will come through this, not broken, but stronger, not destroyed, but rebuilt, not lost, but found. Finally, God says, I am exposing your daughter because I trust you. Because I know you will handle this with the weight of heaven in mind. Because I know you will not use this against her, but for her, because I know you will bring her closer to me and not push her away. This is why you are chosen. This is why you are her parent. This is why you were given this role. I could have given this child to anyone else, but I gave her to you because I saw in you the strength, the compassion, the resilience, and the faith to handle even this revelation. You will not fail her because I will not fail you. Now take courage. Pray. Stand firm. Love with an unshakable love. Cover your daughter with grace even while you face the truth. Trust me, because I am in this. Trust me, because nothing will go wrong with you. Trust me, because your family is under my covering. Trust me, because I am turning what was meant for harm into good. Trust me, because I am working even now. God says listen carefully, because this is not an ordinary message. This is not written for the world. It is sent directly for you. This moment has been prepared in heaven, and Archangel Michael has been sent forward with urgency to stand beside you as the messenger of truth. He says, do not ignore this. Do not speak of it to others until your spirit has digested what is being revealed. The time of secrets is ending. The time of light is beginning. God is exposing what has been hidden, and though it will shake your soul, you will also find peace because the truth will set you free. Heaven says, it is about your daughter. Your daughter is the one God is revealing to you now. She is not lost, but she is surrounded by energies, burdens, and choices you could never imagine. You love her with a love only a parent could carry, but God says you have only seen the surface. Behind her smile there have been storms. Behind her silence there have been battles. Behind her strength there have been cries so deep that only heaven could hear them. You thought she was simply moving through life, but in reality she has been carrying secrets that weighed heavier than mountains. God says, do not be afraid of this truth. Do not think it means danger for you. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You are protected. The angels are guarding your home. This message is not sent to destroy, but to reveal. Archangel Michael says that your daughter has been walking with chains, chains that no one around her could see. Chains of expectations, chains of fears, chains of decisions that were made long before she had the wisdom to know better. Heaven says she has been fighting alone in ways you never realized, but the fight is not hers anymore because heaven has stepped in. This exposure is not to shame her. It is not to condemn her. It is not to tear apart your heart. It is to heal. It is to break cycles that could have lasted